This is the path from FH3 up to FH7 and El Pangi. The town is in the distance. You can see here slightly El Rio Zamora. So we decided to take out a fence that was erected by some members of a neighboring community. And, well, we also thank them for their donation of that shelter. So there's some barbed wire that was left that we are taking out. And as you can see here, they also did leave some things on the trees, in which we did spray paint. And we claimed it for ourselves. So this is actually Fruit Haven property now. And we just want to thank the members of the community for that donation. So this will serve as a future community center. As you can see here, we're congregated under a shelter, and we are testing out the sound of the weapons. So we brought a rifle and a handgun, and we just shot so that we could also scare away any other inhabitants or any other people who think they believe they could be there without any repercussions. So this is pretty normal. Sometimes you will have encroachers in your property and you need to get rid of them. Sometimes there's the legal route, in which we tried to do. Many times we went to the governor, we went to the local police, we had a meeting with the governor for about an hour, in fact. And we've tried all the options, and basically the indigenous leader there said all you can do is basically scare them right now, and they will leave. And these people have been doing it to many of the other homeowners around here, and it's been a problem for them for quite some time. So we are hopefully going to be in the process of getting rid of a lot of the equipment they've left as well, and other items. So yeah, since then it's been about 4 months basically, and they haven't gotten back to the point where they are now. So this is the life of somebody who owns lands in the Amazon that has lots of property there that they need to make sure they're keeping clear.
Oh.
Here is Fruit Haven 1, the banana orchard. So we have around 2 hectares of banana orchard. We grow namois and Oritos, some red bananas. We grow some at an investment property, and we also grow some as a community. Here we are going above some of the FH1, FH2 lots as we go up higher in elevation. There's the road, as you can see. It is used quite frequently for owners of FH1 and FH2. As we go to the right more, we get to see some of the river as we go towards more FH4. Now we're getting out of a property and we're walking towards FH4 lot number 2 and FH4 lot number 1. So this is a drone video, so my drone is going to then be tagging along with us. We're using follow mode, I believe, on our DJI drone. So now we're going to be giving some sort of walking video so you can see exactly what's going along the road. So it's about 5 minutes of walking towards the bridge. That's where the bridge is at the end. And so we're slowly finding our way towards the bridge. So we're getting up to lot number 1. Right, currently we're walking past number 2. And so lot number 1 is my lot. And I started building already. So this is an older video, so you won't see my building. But if you were to look to the left now, down near the river, you would be able to see my bamboo hut that I constructed, that you will be able to see very shortly here, once I post another video of it. So we're going slowly but surely, and to the right is undeveloped land so far. We'll have a community center right above here, and we've already started the process of completing that building, so about halfway done with it. So there's going to be other lots to the right of us as well too. And the vegetation there is mostly just grass, a lot of wet grass land on my property. Lots of large trees actually as well too on some of the lots. And if you cut those large trees down, then you probably could build something out of that. Probably it would benefit your entire project for just a small cabin and more probably. So a lot of this has been cut down for cattle grazing. So as you can see, there's not many trees. But as you go up farther, you'll begin to see the secondary forest grow, and which will give way to this primary forest as you get up into the higher elevations. So down here, we're going to be going then towards the bridge. Still walking past lot number 1 at FH4, and you'll see to the left there's the river. You can barely make it out right now, but you can see my bald head a little bit now. Now you'll begin to see where FH2 begins. And there's a community center up here to the right, which hosts a nice cabin. We've got a cabana, we call it. And we've got a community center with a room as well as a large house there we call Casa Rohan, which was recently sold for about $75,000. So if you're interested in some property at FH2, Casa Rohan, it's been sold, unfortunately. And you'll begin to then see a car. Looks like the Jeep we have. And yeah, as you can see, then my lot is ending right now to the left. And now we're going either to the right, which would then ultimately lead to lead to the FH1 Community Center or to the left. So here is the public road. If you were to keep on walking straight, if you were on that main public path of the FH4 road. So this could be a future Fruit Haven property. Currently, the owner of this property is going to be waiting on a better offer. He's currently charging a little bit too much for our liking, but we could probably get somebody hopefully in the future to negotiate a deal. If you're interested in purchasing a property here, then by all means, my email is in the contact information below. Also, you can contact me on social media. So if you're interested in a better angle of the stream there, this is a stream that looks a little bit darker, has a bit of a more minerally composition. The water has some more clay. As the roads at Fruit Haven do differ in types of composition. Some of them are very clay-like, some of them are more dirt-like, and sometimes the water looks a little foamy, but that is due to the composition of some of the minerals and the types of clay and silts, dirts that are around the roads there that can leak into the stream, get into the stream. So we're continuing our way down towards the river and towards Fruit Haven 4. And this road is also nice to go on in order to get to a waterfall, which we all love at Fruit Haven, which is about a 30-minute hike. One of many waterfalls as well. So here we have Boris, who is walking right along the public path before FH4 if you were going to the waterfall. And he is on his way towards a yellow marker in which he will stop and show, which he then points towards FH4. Here's a property marker which separates our property from another property. So FH4 property. Oris is continuing to walk here along this quite pleasant looking path. Still lots of cattle graze here. And as you can see, I'm now in the shot. So we continue our way towards FH4, and well, usually you'll have a nice view of maybe a cow or something here. But yeah, sometimes you don't see that. So as the video continues, you'll begin to now see a little bit more of the left hand side. And well, this is now our property. So this is going to be FH4 lot 3, I believe. And as we continue on, we will then get towards FH4 lot 2, and then ultimately FH4 lot 1 on the left. So from that stream area towards the beginning of the FH4 road next to FH4 lot 2, it takes about 5 minutes. So if you were to start at the bridge and you were to walk all the way over to that stream that is located off Fruithaven land, it would take about 10 minutes. So as we continue our way, we are now looking at a higher shot of the river. So that is the Rio Zamora River. We are at an elevation of roughly 750 meters, give or take about 50. And right now the river is pretty calm. Sometimes it can get very high and dangerous to go on. Some people die every year. Some people die on this river, so it's very safe to always stay away from it. Don't even try to swim in it. As now we can see it's a little bit higher shot. You can tell some of those trees are pretty big, and you'll see a very big tree in the very far right hand side. So you can cut that down if you're a future FH4 owner, build a cabin out of it. Very large trees there that were kept. The cattle grazers did not cut those for some reason. They still maintain some resonance of the forest. Now this shot is pretty nice. I like this shot as we go around. It's fairly large trees for the area.
When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah, we'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah. The men will cheer, the boys will shout, the ladies they will all turn out, and we'll all feel gay when Johnny comes marching home, and we'll all feel gay when Johnny comes marching home.
With your guns and drums and guns, haroo, haroo. With your guns and drums and guns, haroo, haroo. With your guns and drums and guns, the enemy nearly slew ya. Oh, my darling dear,
the road
you
here
look so queer
on FH4. Get a nice little 360 view here if you're checking out FH4 for a future purchase. Then hopefully this video can give you a little insight of some of the stuff that's going on here. So I'm about, say, half a mile up the road now, and I've had pretty easy. It's a pretty nice incline here, not too steep. I've seen one property marker, which was 8, which was by that house that you saw earlier. So I've just been walking up here. I'd like to get to know which properties are which.
Here is Casa Pira Miradora, which is located about 15 minutes away from the Fruithaven 1 Community Center. Here we have lots of activities, and sometimes we rent it out, but right now it's not available. Here we have a higher elevation shot of FH2. As we rise in elevation, we get a nice shot of a building of FH2 in the background. You can see Casa Pira Miradora, where we were just at. Also, you can see another personal homestead lot right next to it. These are some of the first couple of properties as you get into Fruithaven 2. There you can see Fruithaven 2 and the Fruithaven 4 boundary, which is right here. As we go down farther, we are at Fruithaven 4. So this is basically where we were just at and where I just walked around.